What is up, guys? So I'm here with a new video today. I'm very excited for this video because it is about increasing your well-being. And I have been in my first semester of grad school, and that is literally all I've learned about all semester long is ways to increase a person's well-being. A lot of people think it could be a chore, and it's not a chore. It's actually really easy stuff to do. And if you do this and you instill a habit of this, it becomes almost effortless and you increase your well-being. And at the end of the day, when you're on this earth, I think what anybody's goal is to be the happiest, healthiest self they can possibly be. So hopefully by following these tips that I'm about to share, you guys will live that goal and strive towards being that happiest, healthiest self you can possibly be. So enjoy. All right, so I'm going to give you guys some serious tough love. And it is called tough love because I hope probably won't be easy to swallow. But it's out of the deepest part of my heart because I really do care about you guys and I really do care about the trans community. We deal with a lot of shit. I get that. We have our gender dysphoria, which is so incredibly difficult to experience and to live with. And then we have society. And we have so many negative things in society right now that are just so anti-trans, and it is so difficult just to deal with all of this stuff. And the problem is we're not helping ourselves. We are creating a lifestyle for ourselves that leads to more and more problems and makes us way more unhealthier, way less happy, and leads to our depression, it leads to our anxiety, it leads to our stress levels, it leads to obesity, it can lead to our diabetes, it can lead to so many different things. And that's one thing I've noticed. The trans community, we are so physically unhealthy, which is our fault. No one is in charge of our physical health except for us. And then we also suffer from a lot of mental health issues. I was in a trans support group recently, and I just had a moment where I sat there and I was just listening to everyone's story, and they're all dealing with very difficult problems and problems that I never had to deal with. But I've dealt with my own problems as well that someone could see as equally as tough. And I just see so many mental health issues. And then I see people not taking active lifestyle measures to prevent those illnesses, to prevent those mental health issues. And it literally kills me inside because yes, society sucks. Yes, our gender dysphoria sucks. But when you don't help yourself, things can only get worse. It's not about the blame game, blaming people for this. No, you guys are in charge of your physical health, and you guys can take charge of your mental health. Now, I do want to put a disclaimer out there. Yes, mental health is a very serious thing, and the steps I'm going to list today about ways to increase your well-being does not mean you guys should get rid of your therapists, get rid of your community, stop taking the medications you're on. Because all those things are really important, and this stuff is so complex that we need to do everything we can to make ourselves better. And so that includes therapy, that includes community support, but that also includes these lifestyle behaviors that I'm going to be telling you guys about, that hopefully you guys can just take a step back and realize, you know, my physical activity is not that great. And what is that causing me? Is that making my mental health worse? Because there's a lot of links between mental health and physical activity. Actually, outside of the US, the #1 prescription for someone suffering with depression is physical activity. In the US, we have this fucked up pharmaceutical culture that we just want to give everyone pills because it's the easy fix and then it makes the most money. But that's not the best fix all the time. Now, if you're on medication, stay on medication because that's very important. And talk to your doctor before you ever go off any sort of medication. But it's fucked up. how when we go to the doctor and we're suffering with some mental problem, depression, and he goes, 10 minutes, here's a pill. It's much more complex than that, and we have much more control than you guys think. So what am I going to be talking about? I'm going to be talking about ways to increase your well-being. And hopefully these steps that I'm going to be telling you guys, they're not hard steps, they're actually really easy. Hopefully these steps will increase your well-being, decrease depression, decrease your anxiety, decrease your stress, and hopefully make you a physically healthier, happier self. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be talking about today is being mindful. It's so easy in today's society, and as a trans person, I am the #1 victim of this, and it's to blame no one but myself. To constantly think about the future. You constantly have to think about coming out. You constantly have to be wondering what the person around the corner is going to be thinking of you. You constantly have to think about what our fucking administration is going to be doing and how that's going to affect our life. There's so many of these issues, but you have to realize a lot of these issues are out of our control. And if they're out of our control, there's no sense worrying about them because we can't control them. The only day we can control them is on election day. So what can we do? We need to learn to be more mindful and present and shut down our mind. So I want you guys to do this thing with me for a second. It's only going to take 30 seconds, hopefully. So I want you to close your eyes, okay? And as you close your eyes, I want you to smile and feel that smile, okay? Now I want you to think of someone in your life that makes you really happy. And what is that person doing? You know, look at their face, their facial expressions. Are they smiling back at you too? Are they enjoying seeing you in your presence? Think about that. Think about that person. Now think about something you love to do, your favorite thing to do, keeping that smile on your face. Now you guys can open your eyes. How do you feel? Do you feel a little bit better than you did about 10 seconds ago when I was ragging on you guys for not being healthy? I hope so. And it's simple stuff like that. Being mindful, closing your eyes and smiling. When you smile, that activates dopamine in your brain and that makes you actually happier. So when you take a second to just close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths, smile, and think about something that makes you happy, it can do wonders on your well-being. The next thing is physical activity. Since World War II, Americans are 70% to 80%, I can't remember exactly, 70 to 80, somewhere in there, less active than they were pre-World War II. We don't move. Our bodies are made to move. When our body moves, our body releases all these good feeling chemicals and it makes us happier. So what do we need to do to move? I don't say go to the gym and work out for 3 hours a day. I hate going to the gym. It is my least favorite thing. But just walk. Go outside and walk for 20 minutes a day. That's all you need to do. If you go outside and walk for 20 minutes a day, your physical health increases significantly according to many studies. Amazing. Just walking. That's all you need to do. Instead of taking the elevator up, take the stairs. You know, find ways to be active. Another good thing is a community. Make sure that you have a supportive community. And I've been to a couple of different cities now, and I've found a support group in almost every single city I've been to. Seek out trans support groups. Find that community. Find an LGBT space. Find a safe and sacred space that you guys can call your own, where you feel you can express yourself to your fullest being. And if you can, try to make that a physical activity. Even if it's not an LGBTQ space, maybe go to a yoga session and be around a group of people while moving your body. You know, it's going to increase your health. The last thing I noticed, and this is the biggest thing I've noticed, and the worst part about our society is what we eat. Guys, we eat so unhealthily, and I'm sorry, but trans people, we eat so bad, and that is one of the biggest culprits of our mental health issues and our obesity, our diabetes, and everything like that. I brought this pack of ramens today, look at this. Look at all those ingredients. Our body can't metabolize those ingredients. They have no use in our body. They're just there to preserve the ramen noodle. And food is literally medicine. It just makes you happier. And so my advice on food, eat things without labels, okay? Stay on the perimeters of grocery stores. Eat things without labels. If things have labels, read them, okay? This is my cacao powder, okay? This has a label on it, on the back. Read the label. This ingredients, okay? You know what the ingredients is for my cacao powder? It tastes better than chocolate syrup. The ingredients are, oh look at cacao. So when you read ingredients, make sure you guys can pronounce all the words and you recognize what they are. And the fewer number of ingredients in a package, probably the better it is for you. And by the way, a plug for cacao powder. This stuff tastes even better than chocolate, and it's a superfood and it's very healthy for you. So I recommend, if you're a chocolate addict like me, which many girls are on estrogen, try cacao powder. It's pretty tasty. So just eat things without labels, guys. Trying to avoid anything in boxes, anything that's processed, anything that's found on shelves. Don't eat, stay on the perimeters. And by eating real food, and if you eat mostly plants, and you're going to create a healthier self. I'm not a trans guy or anyone, just someone in my life. He's 37 years old. He had a heart attack. And he changed his diet, and he lost over 100 pounds just by changing his diet and eating real food. It doesn't have to be a strict diet. You can eat whatever you want, whatever your heart desires, as long as it's whole real foods, and that will take your life so far. So I'm sorry, no more McDonald's, which I love. Yes, I do eat McDonald's every once in a while. I'm not perfect, I'm human. Okay, it's my treat, but I don't eat it all the time. No chips, no pop, no soda, whatever, pop soda, I'm from Minnesota. And just really limit that sugar intake. Sugar is the enemy, and sugar just does so many incredible, terrible things to your body. And if you eat real whole foods, you're gonna be happier and healthier. So that was my video, guys. And just remember, take care of your well-being by being mindful, by being physically active, having community, and watching what you eat. Just take a moment, step back, and think to yourself, any of those areas that I mentioned, can you do better in? Because I guarantee you, everyone can do better in those. And if you do better, and stick to a plan, and just work day by day, your well-being will increase. I will guarantee it. So that's my video. As I mentioned, guys, I'm going to school for health coaching. I've also started a website, and I'm going to link my website below. I would love for everyone to check it out. I am also going to write up a blog to kind of recap everything that I talked about. I'm going to have a graphic on there and everything like that. So if you guys are interested in learning how to be healthier and happier and just increase your well-being, check out my blog. And I know a lot of trans people, you guys, we come from a low social economic status and we don't have many resources to us. Well, my blog's going to be free. I don't post on it much like my YouTube channel, but I'm busy with other life things, but I'm going to be posting on it more, especially within the next 6 weeks. And so I really want you guys to use this resource for you to really increase your well-being and happiness, because it really does make a difference. I mean, we only live once, so why not be the happiest we can possibly be and live with no regrets? So take care, guys. It was so fun talking to y'all again, and I will see you soon. Bye.